Reed MacKenzie, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining me.
I'm happy to be here.
Owner of CrossFit Taranis and recently nominated coach for Team Canada at the upcoming Invitational event. Most of the athletes are certainly known by anybody who's a fan of the sport, but then we look at the coaches. Becca Voigt, 7 times at the games. Everyone knows her. Chad McKay, multiple times individual athlete. Mads Jacobson coached Team World in the past. And now we have Reed MacKenzie, where potentially at first glance, someone's like, Reed MacKenzie, they're like, do I know that name? And then you go, CrossFit Taranis, and they go, oh yeah, I know CrossFit Taranis. So give us a little kind of walkthrough as to who you are, where you're coming from.
Well, as far as the CrossFit world goes, I opened an affiliate in 2008. 2010, we sent a team and an individual athlete in Alicia Connors. In 2011, we sent a team and an individual athlete in Angie Pye, who is now Angie Hay. And then 2012, again, Angie and the team went. 2013, I coached Tyson, and in 2014, I was back to coaching the team.
If an affiliate sends a team or an individual to the games, period, 1 year, that's fantastic. So what do you attribute that kind of consistent success to?
We really stick to the basics and the fundamentals and just being very, very good at the little things. And everybody from brand new walking through the door to the people that have a lot of competitive CrossFitting experience, they're held to the same standard. And I guess if you were going to steal a term from Greg Glassman, it'd be virtuosity. We really want to do things exceptionally well.
So many people miss the mark on that. They're looking for somebody must be doing the secret shit that I'm not doing. And it's like, no, it's just you busting your ass every day in the gym and doing the fundamentals exceptionally well. So now shifting from you developing these athletes, which you have in your care every day in your box, to 4 athletes that I assume are scattered around Canada.
And I have one guy lives in the town I live in, Lucas.
Okay, great. That's his hometown?
Yeah. Doesn't go to my box, but...
That's fantastic. So now what is your role as a coach for these stellar athletes coming to try to, make their mark on the world?
The first thing I need to do is I need to get to know them, figure out who they are, what drives them, what role they want on the team, and then how to slot them into that.
Could you give us an example of what you're kind of poking around with them?
As far as fitness stuff goes?
What you're asking them, I guess, to learn about them.
Their team sports background is a big one. Typically, what was your role on that team? And then do you have team experience with CrossFit events? Camille was on the Team World last year, so she's got experience. I've seen Camille from 2010 through to winning the CrossFit Games. She talks more to the other athletes than she does to the background guy. Mm-hmm. Lucas, I've seen him at local throwdowns, seen him at regional, seen him at the CrossFit Games. I've talked to him quite a bit. He's kind of reserved at the CrossFit Games. Mm-hmm. I've been communicating a bit more with Paul, so I watched all of his heats again through the regional, just try to get an idea, the sense of his athletic ability. Michelle, I've seen at our regional, she's been to a couple times. She's very chatty, very sociable, very friendly. Her mindset when she's working out is very, very strong. You take any one of those athletes and put them in a box in any city, and they're going to be the dominant athlete in that box.
Sure.
But if you put them in the field that they're competing against at this World Invitational, you have strengths and you have weaknesses, and I need to know what they are, and I need to know how to hide them if I can. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the programming looks like. I think as a team we have strengths in certain areas, but I think we definitely have things that I wouldn't want to see, like Sam Briggs and Annie Thorisdottir on a rowing machine when
Exactly.
Nothing against them. They're just the stature itself doesn't lend itself.
Most guys don't want to row against Sam Briggs. I mean, how do you prepare for such a diverse group of characters?
I watched last year's Invitational. I watched it last year, but I didn't watch it the same way I watched it just recently.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know the men on the Europe team, so I might watch some footage there. I mean, the Australia team I know they're very strong. USA is terrifying.
But proved last year that the big dogs can fall, and even with the team series, Rogue Fitness Black has 3 champions in Julie Fouché, and they didn't win. They took 3rd, and a good team can beat this, the megastars.
You could see with Matt Chan, he was able to communicate with the team, but as a coach, doesn't know how they necessarily feel. He might think he knows how the team feels and might think that there's no point in switching the strategy, but if you have a team captain on the floor that's able to make that call, obviously if there's technically something going wrong, then it's great for the coach to be able to, if you can, get that information across to the athletes. But if they're making a judgment call based on how things are working or how they're feeling. Sometimes as a coach, you have to let them go to that plan B.
What is your approach to this? Is it, hey, I'm busy running my gym, or is this now you find yourself spending more and more time each day trying to figure this thing out so that Canada can be victorious?
The closer I get to it, the more I think about it, and it's very important to me. Like I'm very honored to be representing Canada in any capacity. I know there's a lot of pride with these 4 athletes, and just based on some of the chats we've had, we don't want to go there and be the congenial Canadians and, thanks everybody and we're really happy to be here. We want to win. We think we can win. It's just so hard to make a plan and to try to put people in roles and responsibilities until you know what we have to do.
Well, you've got a hell of a challenge ahead of you, but a great stable of 4 athletes from which to draw from.
I'm really excited, and I'm very honored. I can't thank CrossFit enough for giving me this opportunity. It's just outstanding.
We might have given it to you, but you sure as hell earned it. So congratulations, Reed, and thanks for heading on the show, and good luck at the Invitational.
Thanks a lot, Pat.